rotation. We head back to the bars and Jacqueline Shealy, who is just a sophomore, but she tore her ACL on her first ever event as a freshman. It was the bars, though. She finished with a score, Lori, of a 9.775.
See that she is still wearing a knee brace. Of course, this is one of those events that you can still train even with an ankle or a knee injury. Giant pull to Kachev, well done. A little short on her handstands throughout this routine so far. We're back down to the low bar. Athletes are required to do an element from high to low and low to high. Better job of that last handstand and the dismount, toe on front with a half turn, great landing. Nice job.
Her father was a two-time national champion quarterback for the Alabama Crimson Tide.
So most definitely a Tide tradition in her family. Let's take a look at that release element. She does a great job of turning it over, almost finishing it with her stomach facing the ground, and the dismount, toe on front half. Now, Jacqueline replaced the injured Taryn Humphrey in this lineup and did a fantastic job.
A career best 9.8 for the sophomore from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Now Katie Heenan up next on vault. Her top score 9.9 this season in 2008.
Georgia needs a strong landing here. They've given away a few tenths on their landings, except of course for Courtney Coupett's nailed vault. Yuchenko level, and again a hop back on the landing. These are just some of the small details that they will be working on over the next few weeks in the gym, really trying to nail those landings and get every 10th possible as we head into those final weeks before the SEC championships. She comes off a little bit flat and long, and that increases her rotation, and she has that momentum building backwards on the landing instead of dropping into a secure landing.
9.775 the score. As we take a look at the vault for the Gym Dogs, and they finished below 49 as well.
Well, Courtney Coupett's was stunning, but 3 or 4 athletes did give away a 10th or so on each of their landings.
That'll bring up Kassi Price for the Crimson Tide on bars, a second-team All-American on this apparatus a year ago.
He's ranked number 2 in the nation on bars right now. I love this first release element. It's called a Hindorf, and it's bold, big, and daring. Leap to handstand, bail to handstand. Toe circle, back up to the high bar. Doing a pretty good job with her handstand work. Giant full. To gain some speed and momentum. The dismount's a double layout, great landing.
A great routine. She's already hit a 9.95 this season, and I would have to assume this routine will be very close.
The team loves it, and the crowd is going wild here. I'm sure the score will be big too. There is that huge release element called a Hindorf. It's a free hip circle release, and you counter rotate and regrasp the bar. Well done on the dismount. Of course, it's high, 2 rotations in the straight body, and a good landing.
Kassi Price finishes things off with a 9.95 for the Crimson Tide on bars, who chop into that big Georgia lead. They have a 49.15 as a team on the bars.
You can see the consistency there, not only in the execution of their routines,